Yeah, I want to thank Coach Kegler for bringing his team here. I thought our guys prepared well coming back from break and over the holiday. I thought we had some good practices, some good workouts, and showed with the way we shared the ball tonight, the way we executed against their zone early. I was really impressed that we had 20 assists in the first half and ended up with 32 assists on 36 made baskets. Both of these guys played great, and now it's just we can learn from this game for sure, and ready to start Ivy League play.
Jayden, you came out hot as can be tonight, and when you come off the bench, it doesn't seem to bother you at all. And talk a little bit about your consistency in some games lately. And of course, you missed one, but you came back just like you'd always been here.
Yeah, I think it really helps like when guys encourage me to shoot, and when it's just like one of those things where like everybody knows that you can do it, and so it really like empowers me to do so. And then also like with the coming off the bench aspect, like I think our coaches get us ready like very well, especially with the scouts and stuff. So I know like the spots where I'll be open, and so we practice that pretty well. So.
Was there one thing that you worked on tonight, obviously against an inferior opponent, that you worked on to try to get better in hopes of carrying it over to Ivy League play?
I think being less hesitant whenever I have open shots, and then just trying to talk more and be in stance off ball on the defensive end.
Connor, for you, 7 assists tonight. I think the 32 of 36 was about an 89% assist percentage. I think that's top 20 just nationally this year. Can you just speak to kind of, I think y'all came into the night top 50 nationally in assist rate, but I guess just about the team just being willing to kind of swing the rock, share the ball, and how that kind of blends into this offensive performance.
Yeah, I feel like we have a really unselfish group. No one's really thinking about themselves out there. People are playing for each other. And we have a lot of guys that can shoot it, so that helps with assists. Everyone knew where to be in the right spots against the zone, moving to the right areas. And we pushed it well in transition, too. And I feel like that just made the assists come easy.
It seems obvious, but how much stress is kind of having so many shooters being able to space the floor, put on defenses, and how do you expect to build on that into Ivy League play?
Yeah, it's got to be an enormous amount of stress. It's hard to help. It opens up driving lanes, too, and opens up the paint a bit more. We have a lot of guys that can shoot it, and, looking forward to carrying that on into Ivy League play.
You've had incredible games, of course, against UMass Lowell, against Vermont, top American East competition. Talk a little bit about, we talked before about, you coming to Dartmouth and making that choice, but talk now about how you've adapted, and have you even surprised yourself, or is your confidence level so high that, you knew it would be like this?
I definitely don't think it's been easy. I'm still learning every day. So none of it has really come easy to me, but I'm confident in my ability and the work that I've put into the game. And then my teammates and coaches have put a lot of confidence into me as well. But I definitely feel like I'm still learning every day and growing every day, and just trying to keep doing that.
Coach, I think there was a 16-0 run kind of midway through that first half. I guess it was kind of 3-possession game in that span, but then that blew it open. What did you kind of see during that run? And then obviously offensively, was it something that just kind of clicked, opened up? What did you see?
Yeah, it's just about getting stops, right? When you can get stops and you can rebound, you can run, you can push, and then it's just about sharing the ball in the opposite end. It's not the most complex system, but it's just we talk about really mastering the simple on both ends. And sometimes getting a stop is just being in stance and communicating, boxing out, and sometimes it's a lot more complicated than that. And then offensively, it's just about being willing to cut without the ball, being willing to be aggressive when you have the ball and make the extra pass.
Jayden, you played tonight with a situation that you played with both groups, the starting group quite a bit, and then the reserve group quite a bit. And you and Cam both just seemed to not miss a beat. Talk a little bit about how comfortable you felt out there totally tonight.
I think it's just about keeping the same mindset the whole time, like keeping the same mindset of I'm going to crash every time, I'm going to D up as well as I can. And then as I think with Cam, like we both said to each other, like let's get boards, and then let's push and let's play hard. So I think it carries over to both groups. And then as with the second group, I think for me, it's a leadership opportunity. And so that's just how I kind of thought of it.
Coach, for you, just in a game like today, obviously going into conference play, what do you kind of glean from, even with the injuries, being able to go 10 deep, everyone getting at least 10 minutes tonight?
Yeah, I think that's important. Guys practice hard. They deserve opportunities, and they can learn. They can learn from this. Everybody can. Everybody's going to have film to watch, and some of the guys that don't get as much opportunity will have ample film to watch themselves. And we have a quote with our guys. We say, "Don't mark my paper. Help me get an A." And we want guys to knock down our door to get better, and that's an opportunity for those guys to get better.
Ivy League play begins now, and of course in the preseason and pre-practice season, you had a lot of thoughts to put together this team. Do you wish you had another exhibition game non-league game or two, or you're ready to go?
No, we just have to have a really good week of practice. I think these guys, I just said in the locker room to them, there's not a lot of motivation that needs to happen, but there's a lot of execution and discipline that needs to happen. So it's not that we need to play another game before league play. We just need to be able to execute and be disciplined in practice and grow each day.
What goes into kind of the prep when you have, obviously the UVM game was on the 21st and then the next game is on the 11th. What kind of goes into that prep, I guess, for all three of y'all, from the coaching staff to the players, to kind of make sure there isn't maybe any rust when
we need to look at both sides of the ball, right? So we have a little time here. We'll look at guys individually. As a staff, we'll go through each player on the team. They'll have some film to watch that will kind of put a collective of film together for them. The unique thing about our schedule, we've had a chance to do this already. So we do this before exam breaks, right? And we had 4 or 5 games under our belt, and we kind of looked at it, okay, where do we need to tweak things individually and collectively, and now is just another time to do that.